We're in Dubai at the Meydan Hotel, and any minute now you'll see in the background the world famous Meydan race circuit where the world's richest horse race takes place each year. We're joined by Tom Fox, Chief Commercial Officer of Arsenal Football Club of London, and the man at the very forefront of moves to build commercial revenue by football clubs right across Europe. Now Tom, Arsenal are in a very competitive market, but what is the opportunity outside of the UK markets?
Well, as you say, most football clubs have to look beyond the area where they've typically generated revenue. So in our case, Emirates Stadium was a fantastic move for the club financially, but 40% of our revenues come from the stadium, and really the people that we're speaking to are in a very narrow catchment area in and around London and in that area. And if we want to grow our revenues, it's not enough to think in terms of people that can come in, buy a match ticket. We have to think about really what a football club represents to our fans, and then try to determine how to take that and build that relationship around the world. So for us, we think more in terms of approaching fans and making them feel that connection to the club that even the fans in N5 Islington feel, but making them feel that connection, making them feel that sense of belonging to the club. That really is primarily why we exist. It's not about just selling a match ticket. So we try to go around the world, find those groups of fans, and make them feel as if they're as connected to the brand, to the club, and what it means to be a supporter of Arsenal as possible. And if we do that, we know we have tremendous value for big global partners like Emirates Airlines, like Nike, and that's where the value really lies.
And how would you sum up the Arsenal brand? What does it mean to be an Arsenal supporter?
You know, it's interesting. I think people have a very individual experience with their football club. I think if you wanted to boil it down, really the one thing that we're trying to achieve with everyone is a sense of pride. People join football clubs and they join that supporter base to feel that connection, and really what they want to feel is pride. That pride can come in terms of winning trophies, but actually that pride can also come in terms of competing, running a business model that allows the club to sustain itself and guarantee that it will be around for the long term. The fans around the world can feel proud of the quality of the football stadium. They can feel proud of the type of football we play. Many of our fans feel proud that we develop young talent and bring them through. But ultimately, when people think about their football club, what they want to feel is a sense of pride. And at Arsenal, we tend to spend a lot of time thinking about our global fan base and what we can do to continue to make them proud to be Arsenal.
So what sort of strategies are Arsenal putting in place to deliver those results?
Well, thankfully, technology has helped quite a bit. I think touring was the primary tool that football clubs used. It was believed that if you went into that market and played a match, you would connect with the fan base in that market, and it was sort of job done. And I think while touring is a great enabler, and touring is important to focus people's time and attention around a specific event, really social media has been the biggest enabler to our ability to engage with fans. So when we go into a market like China, for example, within the space of 2 years, we've been able to go from 35,000 registered users on Weibo, which is really the equivalent of Facebook, to 900,000 within the span of really about 16 months. And the reason that's important is because those fans aren't just consuming the content. They aren't just looking at Arsenal matches or highlights. They're actually engaging with the club. They're giving us some information about themselves. They're telling us to give them more information when it becomes available, and they're giving us feedback as to how the things we're doing are resonating with them and how they feel about the type of content we're creating. So we're really looking to build that relationship, and social media has been a great enabler of that. On top of that, I'd say our corporate partners are incredibly important too. Emirates Airlines activated in all 3 markets that we toured in last summer. In Beijing when we played in the Bird's Nest, in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and I'm spacing on the last place we played last year. In Hong Kong, excuse me. They had activation programs in each of the 3 markets where we toured. And those activation programs took us into new households and said different things about the Arsenal brand and exposed us to people that maybe might not have been interested purely in football before, but gave us a much broader platform. So you've got your partnerships, you've got social media, and then on top of that, of course, the tremendous live game programming that the Premier League puts into the market, and how we supplement that with our club channel. So the media business has been a huge enabler of that too.